What up, Fight World? It's your boy Ego, and I'm back with some more boxing. Make sure you smash the like button. Also, subscribe to the channel for the latest and greatest. Thank you for the super chats, the Patreon patrons, and the donations. We working. Now, Canelo Alvarez, I seen a quick interview that he did with ESPN. Shout out to them. Link in the description. He had some interesting things to say. He's saying basically he's going to prepare hard for this fight. And he says he's hard pressed to see this fight going 12 rounds with Gennady Golovkin. He sees it, he's like guaranteeing a knockout, saying they won't go to the cards. I really don't see that happening. And that alone has people talking because they're like, hey, he didn't knock out Chavez Jr. or even knock him out. Golovkin overall has a better technique, especially offensively. He's considered more in prime. He can make the weight, unlike Chavez Jr., who had weight trouble, stuff like that. And how you're going to knock him out, which obviously remains to be seen. I told you guys I'm picking Canelo. I was picking him most likely via decision, but I do think he can hurt Golovkin. If he can actually finish him, I'd be impressed. I'd be very impressed if he can actually knock him out. But I wasn't leaning towards him knocking him out because Golovkin showed a good beard in his fights with punchers. I mean, he didn't get hit much in the David Lemieux fight, but he did get touched by Curtis Stevens and Daniel Jacobson. He ate them like Scooby snacks. So I think his chin is certified, and rumor has it he's never been knocked out or knocked down in all them amateur fights. He has 350 plus amateur fights in all his professional fights. So some people are like, oh, who's he fought? I don't think he has the greatest resume as a pro, to be honest. However, that's still an accomplishment because, I mean, name top 10 fighters who have never been knocked down. You know what I mean? There's not that many. There's great, talented fighters, skillful guys who are known to have, let's say, a better defense than Golovkin, and they've been knocked down. So that's obviously a testament of his durability and his toughness. And I haven't seen anyone counter that and say, oh, I have video of him being knocked down in the amateur. So we're gonna take that at his word. But Canelo also said that in this fight, the winner deserves to be pound for pound number one, which is definitely, anytime you have pound for pound list, it's going to be subjective and it's going to be up for debate because I haven't seen really any 2 pound for pound lists from different credible boxing outlets that are identical. You know what I mean? One person saying Vasyl Lomachenko is number one. I don't think you can even really have him in the top 5. Not that he's not a talented fighter, but you need to prove your worth over. That's what makes someone pound for pound, is constantly through thick and thin, proving their worth and proving their grit and how good they are. You know what I mean? And I think it's very hard to do that in 9 fights because a lot of people keep bringing up this Lomachenko amateur. He has 397 fights or whatever as an amateur and only 1 loss. I get that. And he avenged that loss. I get that. However, half of these motherfuckers who are putting Vasyl Lomachenko as number 1 pound for pound haven't even watched all those 400 amateur fights. So you're just going off of a number. You're going off of a record. You don't know what happened. You don't know if there were robberies. You don't know if he was getting touched up and then they still gave it. You know what I'm saying? I'm not saying that's what happened. I'm just saying you're basing that off of what? I base stuff off of what I've seen, and if I haven't seen, I try to do the research. But subject to the user, the pound for pound list, I wouldn't put Canelo and Golovkin. Whoever wins the fight, I think you could definitely put them top 5 for sure. I have no beef with that. You could put them even number 2. I don't think they have done enough, the winner of this fight, to move Andre Ward out of that slot. I just don't. I mean, we're talking about a guy who's frequently an underdog. He was in a controversial fight in November, then he came back just recently and set the record straight, stopping that same guy who gave him a lot of issue and some people thought may have even beaten him. I had Ward winning the first fight, but no doubt it was competitive. So I don't think the winner of this fight is going to trump everything that he's done, but a strong number 2, I have no issue with that. And they deserve recognition because this is a telling fight. That's why I want to see it. That's why most fans want to see it, because it should be a good fight. Canelo's a hell of a fighter, so if Golovkin stops him or beats him down or wins a decision and it's fair, then he deserves a lot of credit, because Canelo's steadily improving. You know what I mean? And aside from Floyd Mayweather, nobody's been able to dominate Canelo. You know what I mean? And he's only getting stronger and better. So that'll be a good the best win on Golovkin's resume to me, because even the Daniel Jacobs, that's my dude. Shout out to BK, shout out to DJ. But he had been stopped before, things like that. Canelo hasn't been stopped before since turning pro at age 15. Same goes with Canelo if he beats Golovkin. If Golovkin's everything they say he is, and he's stepped up his resume his last 2 fights, Kell Brook, and then Daniel Jacobs wins over them. So that'll be a great win for Canelo. And he's moving up in weight, so you got to give him credit for that. If he goes up in weight and beats a guy who people who have been at their weight haven't been able to beat, then that's a testament to his skill set. That a guy coming up in weight with only really 1 fight north of 160 is able to beat him. Let me know if you think Canelo is accurate. Will he knock out Golovkin? Will it go to the cards? And does this fight and this winner deserve pound for pound #1 status? Make sure you share the video, like the video as always. Hate, comment, and subscribe. Till next video is Ego, son.